Sleeplessness or insomnia is a major problem in our modern stressful society. Millions of people all over the world are suffering from it. Our hectic lifestyle with constant demands for better and faster performances, the global media connectedness, disharmonious day and night rhythms in general, etc., have also left their echoes in terms of sleep deprivation and problems of insomnia all over the world. And the chemical pharma industry makes billions and billions every year in unison with the medical profession, prescribing pills with numerous side effects which anyway do not touch the underlying causes of this collective dilemma. According to the latest INSV survey, almost a third of people in France, for example, say they have at least one sleep disorder. In the US, an estimated 60 million people are suffering from sleep disorders. And one can say in principle that scientific research is not even able to fix the real causes of this problem. Lacking sleep is as if a plant does not get water. Deep, restful sleep is part of the alternating patterns of nature. Without good rest, no good activity. Without sun, no moon. The circadian rhythm of day and night is deeply structured in our biological system and influences innumerable reactions on all levels of our body, mind, and soul. Of course, it is significant to note that one sleeps on average 2 hours less than a century ago, 1 hour and 30 minutes less than 50 years ago, and 1 hour less than 20 years ago. So, over the last decades, we have changed a part of our sleeping habits. But is this due to a natural tendency, or rather caused by cultural habits, particularly a more demanding, often more hectic and chaotic lifestyle? And a lifestyle where we often expose ourselves to irregular and late sleeping modes with manifold exciting activities before. Once the sleep rhythm has been turned upside down, it is not easy for many to put it back into shape, with a lot of physical and emotional stress in the background. The medical profession does not really grasp the problem, as we know. In general, students at medical colleges do not even learn about the possible underlying causes of sleep problems, nor do they learn about the real potential of natural answers to this. And question then, what can aromatherapy do with this? Here are some experiences. For example, with ylang ylang oil. Quote, I tried the ylang ylang. The first night that I tried it, I slept through the whole night and was well rested the next day. And being a non-believer, I told myself I slept because I was worn out. But the next night I slept even better. Needless to say, I use it every night now and some other oils, and I am now a firm believer in what they can do. Or this experience here. I purchased ylang ylang and can say I have actually had some great nights of sleep since then. I often wake in the middle of the night and would rarely sleep a full night. Since sniffing the ylang ylang before I go to bed, I've slept through the night and wake more refreshed than in the past. I've never been one to take or like the effects of sleeping pills, and got to say, this is much better. And here an experience with lavender, ylang ylang, and neroli oil. Quote, the lavender did indeed help me with getting better sleep. I've since found it more effective by opening it with a jar of mandarin. The one that has best helped me with sleep has been neroli. As I've gotten older, I've had to go off all caffeine, as it was just sticking too long in my system, making sleep difficult. In doing this and in using the above, whenever needed, my sleep is deep. However, when I need some energy, I have found that ylang ylang has been absolutely wonderful for this. And then here again on lavender oil. I've been taking medication for borderline high blood pressure for a few years. Without medication, my blood pressure is about 140 to 90. On medication, it's about 125 to 80. I started using lavender oil without medication on July 5th. Today, July 10th, my blood pressure is 112 to 72. Or this year, for the past few years, I've had to take ibuprofen every night before bed because by the end of the day, I'd feel a dull ache in my legs that I knew would get worse if I didn't take anything. On my first lavender oil night, I decided to skip the ibuprofen and see what the lavender oil could do to relieve my leg pain. After a while, the pain in my legs dissipated, and I was able to fall asleep, unheard of before the lavender oil. The best news is that I haven't had leg pain since that night. In a sense, essential oils can act like melatonin. Numerous essential oils, especially those stemming from wood, resins, or roots, have a biochemical structure which releases calming, soothing, and even sedating compounds into the bloodstream. They activate, for example, certain centers in the brain which are linked to our emotional, precognitive behavior. It is not a coincidence that the oldest brain which we share with the animals is called rhinocephalus, which means the smelling brain. So then, why not use this ancient organ of our central nervous system and access it with the beautiful fragrances of essential oils? People told me that they sleep much better if they have diffused some essential oils in their bedroom sometime before going to sleep. Did you know that sandalwood, for example, is high in compounds called sesquiterpenes and sesquiterpenols? They stimulate the pineal gland in the brain, which also creates melatonin, and which is responsible for our day and night rhythm. Melatonin is also a powerful antioxidant and helper for our immune system. Sandalwood has been used since ages for meditation, either via fumigation, with incense sticks for example, or today via the use of its precious essential oil. One can say that many of the sesquiterpenic oils, like sandalwood, are a natural alternative for sleeping pills. And not only this, they bestow many beautiful positive side effects to body and mind. And keep away from these awful benzodiazepines, which are prescribed worldwide for millions of people every day. It is a real disaster, not only because of the dependency of these pills which they create, but because of many risk factors they carry with them. For example, the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. In a study published in the British Medical Journal, the BM, researchers confirmed that the use of benzodiazepines for 3 months or more was associated with an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease after 65 years. And one important thing, if you do not fall asleep or you have a pattern of sleeplessness, do not wait impatiently for sleep. Any nervous expectation for sleeping will make you less open to fall asleep. Better than keep lying in the bed, put a drop of lavender oil or neroli oil on the cushion and continue. Somehow the sleep will come when you do not wait for it. And here we go to some of the sleep oils of Mother Nature. According to different plant families, we can choose essential oils that help solving sleeping problems and easily blend oils of these groups together if we want. So some of these groups, for example here, the Rutacea family. That means mandarin, bergamot, Petitgrain picarade, Petitgrain mandarin, lime, bitter orange, also amyris. The Apiacea family, angelica, lovage, celery, for example. The Valerianacea family, very good, the spikenard, the valeriana, of course, or the Indian valerian, the targar, and so on. The Lamiacea family, with the famous lavender, lemon balm, marjoram, spearmint, tarragon, clary sage, sweet basil, and so on. The Bursaracea family, with frankincense, palo santo, and other resinous oils. The Verbinacea family, for example, with lemon verbena, melissa, and others. Or the Poacea family, lemongrass, vetiver. Or the Pinacea family, the Cryptomeria japonica, alder cedar, stone pine, and many other of the conifer oils. The Asteraceae family, with Roman chamomile, angelica root, helichrysum, etc. Or the Lauracea family, with Ravinsara, Lycea. Or the Myrtacea family, with lemon myrtle, Eucalyptus citriodora. The Mystriacea family, nutmeg is one of these. Or the Santalacea family, as we saw, sandalwood. Or the Annonacea family, with ylang ylang, as we saw. Or the Oleacea family, with jasmine and others. And here an example of two possible blends to use against sleep problems. Here the blend number 1 is a possibility. This insomnia synergy acts in various ways on the problems accompanying or causing sleeplessness. It targets the central nervous system with powerful soothing agents, but at the same time bestows tonus and helps detoxifying the physiology from mental, emotional, and psychological trash. For example, lavender oil mainly works on the central nervous system, making it a choice oil for problems like insomnia, mental agitation, nervousness, headache, depression, and anxiety. It helps building up alpha waves in the cortex, associated with deep relaxation. Then marjoram oil. It has a known powerful soothing, tranquilizing energy. It gives this plant an uncompromising agent to fight diverse neuropsychological problems, such as neurasthenia, anxiety, obsessions, psychotic upsurge, etc., as well as all kinds of stress-related agitations or nervousness. Then tarragon. It is a strong neuromuscular antispasmodic. Its soothing energy helps opening the solar plexus, where fears and tensions are accumulating, the famous knot in the stomach, for example, and makes it easier to digest emotions, opening up the flow between body and mind. And then sweet basil with its neuro-regulating properties, which make it a choice oil against asthenia, nervous disorders of all kinds, stress and anxiety. Then verbena, it bestows the high solar energies of the aldehyde group, making it a choice oil against gloomy moods, apathy and depression. It soothes mental agitation and yet builds up concentration power in the mind, enabling us to let loose and cling on at the same time, indispensable for restful alertness, the so-called fourth state of consciousness associated with profound relaxation. Then Greenlandish moss or Ledum groenlandicum. It is a major hepatic and kidney detoxifier, but also used in cases of insomnia and nervousness. And then, of course, valerian, as we have seen, a soft tonifying and soothing agent. And lemon balm, melissa, with its high solar frequencies, acting on the pineal gland, it is calming and invigorating simultaneously. It chases away melancholy and disharmonious feelings, reconciling the mind and the psyche with our higher self. We can take a few drops to rub on the soles, for example, of this blend, on the forehead, the chest, and into the elbow vein before sleep. And we can blend these oils together with carrier oils like sweet almond oil, olive oil, sesame oil, etc. And here the blend number 2. The ingredients of this insomnia synergy have been chosen for the direct approach to the problem of insomnia. They can, without any problems, accompany an allopathic medication with sleeping pills and, if applied regularly, reduce or even replace the same medication in a more natural way. Here we have again the spikenard from Nepal, which is an old Ayurvedic plant used since ages for soothing over-agitated cerebral activity, and it is an excellent neurovegetative harmonizer. It neutralizes fears and is also very helpful for the heart. Then we have the Pithiga bigarad from the leaves of the bitter orange tree, which serves as a powerful tranquilizer. It has also antispasmodic effects and acts in a balancing way on the central nervous system. And then, of course, Pithiga mandarin, another oil from the citrus group, as a powerful tranquilizer, just as the Pitigam bigal also. Yeah? It has also antispasmodic effects and acts in a balancing way on the central nervous system. Ylang ylang we have seen, we take the complete distillation in this case, it reduces mental and emotional agitation as we saw and all psychological stress. It bestows tonus to the synergy and at the same time opens and uplifts the mind and calms the heart. Its exotic floral fragrance makes it a joyous oil, able to chase away sadness and depressed feeling. And it has interesting effects on hypertension. Angelica root also, as we saw, is an ancient healer used in folk medicine of Europe for its sedative and anxiolytic capacities. It has a proven localized action on the nervous system. Angelica helps digest hidden negative emotions, making it one of the choice oils against anxieties and abdominal spasms. And then we have celery seed as an aromatic tonifier for the nerves and helps sedate a restless mind. And then neroli, of course, the precious oil from the flowers of the bitter orange tree. It has a profound effect on depressed states of mind accompanied by fear and negative emotions. It is also a choice oil for tonifying the nervous system. Now with this blend we of course can do again like before. Take a few drops, rub on the soles, the forehead, the chest and into the elbow vein. And we can blend the synergy of course with carrier oils like sweet almond oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, sesame oil, etc. And here a few more recipes. Here one recipe for kids. For example, olfaction, just smelling, a blend of Ravinsara, 5 ml, of mandarin, 10 ml, and then we can spread this mixture for 10 to 15 minutes before sleep in the room to benefit from the sedative action of it. Or dermal application, we can take Ravinsara 2 ml, Patagonia pine 1 ml, marjoram 1 ml, Roman chamomile 2 ml, and blend this into a carrier oil like hazelnut or sweet almond oil. Yeah. And we can apply 3 to 4 drops of the mixture also on the solar plexus or on the arc of the inner wrist or along the spinal column. This suggestion comes from the French pharmacist Dominique Baudou. Or this year, insomnia in pregnant women. In case of difficulties falling asleep and waking up at night due to various stresses and morphological changes caused by pregnancy, we can make a blend with neroli 0.5 ml, bergamot 1 ml, Roman chamomile 1 ml, blend it into a carrier oil of hazelnut, for example, 15 ml with hazelnut oil, and then take 3 drops under the tongue half an hour before bedtime. Also, this is a suggestion from the pharmacist Dominique Baudou. And here to conclude some scientific research on this, on jasmine and lavender, quote, research in 2002 helped to confirm the long-held belief of aromatherapists that jasmine oil is a powerful relaxant that works as an effective aid to promote restful sleep. The researcher, Dr. Brian Rodenbush, at the Wheeling Jesuit University in West Virginia, USA, found that people who slept in rooms fragranced with jasmine appeared to sleep more peacefully and reported higher afternoon alertness than when spending the night in a lavender-scented room, or one with no added fragrance at all. Although people slept the same amount each night, those exposed to jasmine reported feeling less anxiety when they woke up. Or this research here on spikenard or jatamansi oil. Quote, the plant has the power to reduce stress, anxiety, and tension by balancing biochemical reactions in the body. It is good to have the mind cool and healthy, and the oil acts as one of the finest mind rejuvenator tonics. It facilitates sound sleeping, thus it is good for those who have a stressful life. And then here this finally on neroli, lavender, ylang ylang, and marjoram, with reference to insomnia problems linked to high blood pressure. Quote, in a 2013 study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine, An aromatherapy blend containing neroli essential oil was found to reduce anxiety and alleviate sleep problems in a group of coronary angioplasty patients in an intensive care unit. Neroli oil may aid in blood pressure control, according to a study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine. 83 people with high blood pressure or pre-hypertension inhaled the aroma of either a placebo fragrance or an aromatherapy blend containing neroli, lavender, ylang-ylang, and marjoram essential oil for 24 hours. Results revealed that those assigned to the aromatherapy blend experienced a significant decrease in blood pressure, as well as in levels of the stress hormone cortisol. And last but not least, a few more points on aroma massage, a great helper for insomnia. Aroma massage is more profound than normal massage. Essential oils have a high penetrability through the skin and can be traced within minutes in our organism. A good aroma massage improves on a long-term basis the quality of our sleep and the degree of relaxation. It is a first-class neurophysiological relaxation therapy. Aroma massage enlivens blocked energies and mobilizes hidden reserves. It leads to a marked decrease of stress, improves blood circulation, and decreases nervous tension and lack of self-confidence in women with PMS, for example. Aroma massage is a direct way to influence and purify our auric energy. So then, wishing us great success and have a peaceful and good night. Let us not forget, nature is always caring and watching on us for a happier life.